So let's talk about the market in NBA 2K23, my team, at least for this weekend, because this weekend is nuts. Like, this is crazy. The market should not be going at the level that it's going right now. So before we dive in there, just, go over a couple things here. We got another takeover player. We got Jason Kidd, who looks really good, honestly. I almost call him a takeoff player. I do that pretty often, but Jason Kidd is looking pretty tight. New Jersey Nets, Jason Kidd. I believe he had already received at least one DUI by this point. Shout out to Jason Kidd for being a terrible person and driving while intoxicated. Super tight. I don't know, dude. Jason Kidd looks really good, though. Depending on the jump shot, like, that's kind of the one thing. It's like, I don't know what's up with his release because I don't think anyone else has his release but him. It is on quick, though. He also has Wiggins behind the back, which is just god tier trash. Like, it's straight awful, dude. I hate it so much. So there's definitely some negatives involving Jason Kidd, but he's relatively good. Alex English is here too. No one seems to care. I'm only going to do these things for the historic and the moments pack. I mean, I'll get the Bucks player. I'll end up getting him, but it's like I don't really care too much, Other than that, though, we did get trophy case exchange. These are really cool, especially this one, because you can do these in any mode, like just 33 pointers, 30 dunks, 20 blocks, like 15 steals is a little rough, but whatever. 20 offensive rebounds are bound to happen eventually. 50 assists, Then we got the unlimited one. You just have to play 5 unlimited games. That's so sick, dude. Like, all you gotta do is play and finish unlimited games. You don't have to sweat super hard and score points. That's it. That's quite literally all you need to do. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to win the games. You don't have to do uber specific stuff. You just have to score points and play the games. That's it. This is what 2K should be doing more of, honestly. I know sweatlords hate these things. Like, they hate these things because everyone's able to get them for the most part. But this is what's going to drag people into the mode, dude. That's just the thing you need to accept at this point. So, there's also a challenge for the new packs today, which I'll talk about in a second. Destroyer challenge, same old. I think the final one is All-Star 5-minute quarters. Record 2 steals and 2 blocks as a team. That's going to be pretty rough, I'll be honest. It's going to be tough. On current gen, it's going to be a little bit easier, but regardless. Now, let's look at the market. Oh, my God. All right, we'll start with the Destroyer pack. You guys may notice that I do not have Kevin Garnett anymore. And I'll talk about that in a second. So, Theo Ratliff. Let's start with him, right? First off, the fact that Theo Ratliff got a card is just wild to me because it's just like, why, dude? Like, why Theo Ratliff of all people, dude? Such a weird person to get a card, dude. 75 speed, though. I mean, he's kind of booking it, dude. Like, he runs about as fast as DeAndre, and DeAndre is quick, dude. He is. He's a better defender than, like, DeAndre Jordan, too, and, like, he's not a better dunker, obviously, but he's got the +5 on a 3-point shot. He's got that 30. He's got that thing on him for sure. Theo Ratliff isn't that bad, though. He's actually kind of decent. He's like a good defensive big man. Is he worth picking up? No. I would say no. I feel like picking up someone like Tyson Chandler is just better off anyway. He's a little bit small at 6'10", so there's really no point. Bruce Bowen, straight nasty. You can get this dude for like 6,500 MT. Lights out jump shot. For sure. Like, Kareem's release is heat. 6'7", 220. He is not about to be dribbling the ball at all, but man, Hoff challenger, blinders, catch and shoot, claymore, clutch shooter, corner specialist, green machine, ankle braces. He's got pretty much every defensive badge that you'd want him to have. I mean, glove on bronze is honestly about as good as you could possibly ask for at this point, realistically. Like, challenger on Hoff, clamps on gold, glove on bronze. Perfect, dude. Perfect. He's got workhorse too, so he'll actually like get the ball off the ground if you block or steal it, which is cool. Like, because a lot of cards just don't do that, and that sucks so bad. Like, it's pretty trash, I'll be honest. Look, Bruce Bowen is heat. He is a must-have for any quote-unquote budget lineup. Straight up, you need him. Then we got Kawhi. Kawhi is so expensive for an amethyst, but he's so good. But it's like, depending on what your team's looking like, you don't really need him in any way, shape, or form. Like, you could get by with Bruce Bowen, is all I'm gonna say. Like, the gold guard up is nice. Like, he's only got 6 golds and a bunch of silvers. Like, they definitely are trying to punish you into getting the diamond version. I mean, a lot of people are gonna pick this card up for around 15k or so, which, I'm gonna say he's worth picking that up for the time being for sure. excellent 3-and-D wing, but I think I'm just burnt out on talking about Kawhi, honestly. I feel like that's what it is. Then we got JR. The fact that JR is still almost 200,000 as a diamond is crazy. Like, yes, okay, he does have the dynamic duo with Carmelo Anthony, which makes them both PDs, which is good. Buffs like his strength. He gives him fearless finisher, which is pretty cool. At the same time, also buffs a couple of his golds. Like, he gets space creator on gold and like clamp breaker on gold and stuff. But this dude should not be this expensive. I stand firm on that. Like, he shouldn't be this expensive. Like, Melo gets better, gets like post spin and pro touch, and then like Midi Magician gets buffed. He also gets like silver comeback hit and stuff, and like space creator. But it's just like, dude, this duo is not worth JR and Carmelo being over 200k. I think that's ridiculous. That should tell you everything you need to know about how bad the odds are on these packs, and should sway you from even opening them. I know it'll do the opposite in certain cases where you look at that and be like, dog, I need to open packs because if I pull one of these guys, I'm gonna make a bunch of MT. You won't. You won't pull them. You'll pull a bunch of Season 1 Volume 3 players and probably be upset, honestly. Kawhi Leonard is almost 200k too, and I mean, yes, he's better than the Amethyst version, but honestly, not better enough that it really makes a huge difference. Like, I really don't think he is. He's definitely better for sure, but honestly, the difference this game anyway, especially if you're over on next gen, between Hoff clamps and gold clamps is minuscule at best, honestly. So yes, he's better, but is he 150k better? I don't think so. Kyrie is almost over 100k. He might still be over 100k, which is crazy to me. Kyrie is a very good offensive point guard, but like, dude, if you're on next gen, honestly, next gen, the CPU defense is so cracked that it doesn't really matter. Kyrie will still play defense like prime Gary Payton for some reason. But like, over 100k for Kyrie is wild. Like, he's good, yes. But should you be paying this for him? No, absolutely not. Is he going to be able to score basically at will? Yeah, to a certain extent, but should you be paying the same price essentially for Damian Lillard for Kyrie? No, I don't think so. Oh God, okay, let's talk about the real Terminators in this set real quick, because this is insanity, dude. Keep in mind before I click this, like, dude, I know for a fact that we are 4 weeks into the game's lifespan. Well, obviously we all know that, but like, I know for a fact majority of this MT that I'm seeing is not legitimate. And I know you guys are like, dude, why are you harping on this? Because it's like ruining the experience for everybody. Pink Diamond Kevin Garnett on October 7th in the year of our Lord 2022, a mere 4 weeks after the game is launched, is consistently going for over 1 million MT, dude. What is going on, dude? What is happening right now, dude? Like, every single one that's sold has been going between 900 and 1.1 million, essentially. Like, which is crazy, dude. Mine sold for 1 million MT. That is insanity. I now have 967,000 MT off of just Garnett, right? There is no reason that, okay, the first couple, yeah, maybe, all right, maybe they're legitimate, but every single Kevin Garnett that has sold has been going for almost, if not straight up, over 1 million MT. That is ridiculous. Now, is Kevin Garnett worth it? I mean, technically speaking, he seems to be the best big man in the game. I still think you could argue Bosh might be like right there too, but I would say he's probably still the best big man in the game. Now, that being said, should you be spending 1 million MT on a card 4 weeks after the game came out? No. Fuck no. Absolutely not. 0% you should be doing that, right? His jump shot looks pretty good this year. Looks solid. He's got a greenable enough 3. He moves really well. He's going to play lockdown defense, but Jesus, man. Come on, dude. We're 4 weeks into the game's lifespan. We should not be paying this much for cards. This is crazy. This is insanity, dude. Like, 900. This is at one... insane. Also, I feel like I got hoed because I feel like mine has gone for less than all these other ones that are like, that's crazy to me. But at the same time, man, it's not that crazy because like I put it up at a bad time, but I really did not think he was going to be going for this much MT. People said he was going to be expensive. I assumed he was going to be like 400 or 500k. Not 1 million, dude. That's ridiculous, honestly. And you think it's over. No, no, no. Kawhi over here isn't exactly going for less either. Like, Kawhi's been consistently going for about 700K to $1 million. Like, which is nuts. I mean, I kind of expected a high price for Kawhi, but god damn, dude. This is so much. How can a regular player ever hope to, like, afford to get any of these cards at any point? Even just one of them is astounding. But, like, you're going to run into lineups with, like, Kawhi, Tatum, Garnett. Right there, that's like 3 million empty. I mean, no, not necessarily. It's about 2. I was 2.2. But still, Jesus Christ, dude. 2.2 is ridiculous. Like, I think there are people who legitimately are able to get $1 million MT from legitimate means, for sure. But should there be people with, like, squads that are damn near 5-6 million MT worth of cards already legitimately at this point? No, dog, absolutely not. This is insane, dude. None of these guys are worth it, by the way. Like, if you have the MT and you're like, man, I should pick up Garnett, dude. I have like 1.4 million. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Just don't do it. Literally do not do it. Okay. The thing I'll say about Garnett is Garnett does look good. Yes. But if you really want to break it down and look at it, he's not that much better. Like, if you look at the day one update, right, and you look at some of these cards, first off, people are going to start getting Anthony Davis pretty soon. He is 100% not better than AD, okay? He is not better than Opal AD, and I feel like we all know that, right? I would be willing to say I'm not even certain that he's really better than Mikal. Like, Mikal looks really good, so you could get him for free. I mean, yes, it takes a lot of work, I will say that, but you could get Mikal for free. Elton Brand doesn't look too bad. I mean, he's not as good, you know, Garnett. I think Garnett's probably better. But then at, like, power forward, James Worthy's there. Like, Jermaine O'Neal, I really don't think is that much worse than Garnett. I think Jermaine O'Neal might actually be better than Garnett, to be honest, or at least close to him where you don't have to spend $1 million MT. Jermaine O'Neal, by the way, is probably one of the more slept on cards in the trophy case exchange. He looks fire, dude. Like, I kind of wish I would have went for him instead of Rip. But at the same time, there's not much you can do. Still, I just named like 5 dudes that you could pick up for free that are better than Garnett. Like, insanity. Like, absolutely insane. Nobody is going to be getting these cards because it's like, why would you? You know, it's so pricey. Like, dude, there's no way. Garnett, and it's like, the thing that bugs me out is they're consistently selling for $1 million, right? If I saw a badged up one sell for $1 million, I'd be like, okay. Shout out to OFB Valkyrie for the follow. Appreciate you. And Dinky for the 1,000 bits. Thank you. You're making it into the YouTube video. I hope you guys like that. But, like, dude, every single one selling for $1 million, dude. How much MT do people have? That's wild, dude. Like, I was sitting on like 150K, and I play this game all the fucking time. So, like, I don't understand, dude. That's ridiculous. Anyways, let's look at some other cards. Big Wilt's out here. He's fallen in price a little bit. I mean, he's still 500K, so it doesn't matter. Dame's fallen in price, but there's not very many of them up, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. How much is Young Dirk? I might just go pick up Young Dirk at this point. I got the MT for it. He's only like 50K. You know, it's fine. Big Mello still over 100K, of course. Looking at the silencer set. Jordan still expensive. Let's see what's up with Tatum. I'm curious about him. Tatum's hard to tell. I mean, there's only 5 Tatums up, so yeah, I don't think he's exactly fallen in price by too much. Zion, there's 3 Zions up. Like, it's ridiculous. There's 4 Vince Carters, so it's like, either there's not very many of these cards up, or people just don't care. Big Blake's still out here. You'll run into him and get absolutely deuced and unlimited for no reason. Chris Middleton. There's a lot of Chris Middletons up. Middleton's good, too. John Morant. Looks like everybody is sending... they're sending all their MT over for Garnett. And I'll be completely honest with you guys. I really think that Chris Bosh is just as good as Garnett. Like, I really do. Like, Garnett's better defensively, but I think Bosh is much better on the offensive end. He's obviously going to be slower for sure, but he's not even that slow with 76 speed. Like, he can still get moving, dude, for sure. And he's got a way better jumper, and he's got a way better three-pointer. Personally, I think Bosh might be hella slept on, but he's still 200K, but just putting it out there. So, look at Steph Curry's probably down a little bit. Never mind. Take that back. Steph is not down. Steph is actually way up. Dude, the market makes no sense. The market makes no sense, dude. Like, at all. I kind of hate it this year. Dude, even Marcus Smart is up. He was like 15K last week, dude. Now he's like... Come on. This is so silly. This is so dumb. Anyways, let's look at some other stuff here. None of these cards are really that crazy. Gervin actually looks relatively decent. I was kind of shocked to see that Gervin could kind of shoot a little bit, because typically we'll get these Gervin cards and they really can't shoot, but Gervin has an 83 pointer. He's got Isaiah Roby release, same one as like Calderon and Xavier McDaniel. It's actually pretty decent. He's got an 86 perimeter defense too, so he's like a pretty solid defender with like gold challenger and stuff like that. He's actually really well rounded. He can't get a lot of badges. That's kind of the big issue with him, but he's 6'7", 6'2", or 6'10" wingspan, plays shooting guard. Like, he's actually pretty decent. If you can get him for like a decent price, which looks like you can't because George Mikan's hard to pull and he's like 50K on his own. Look at Terry Cummings, dude. Look at young Terry Cummings out here. If you get Mikan, though, I mean, all the rest of the cards are relatively cheap, so you actually have Larry Hughes is nice, by the way. For limited purposes, Larry Hughes he's nice. Like, he's kind of cash. He can play a little bit of that, like, Jamal Crawford kind of role, dude. He's kind of decent. You should definitely look at him. You can get him for relatively cheap, too. So, then we got Danny Granger's good, for sure, but with all the bevy of small forwards, I don't know if he's really worth it. And the fact that Sean Marion's, like, 80,000 MT for no reason whatsoever. Shout out to Michael Adams. This dude was cooking me. 5'10", absolutely cooking me in limited earlier. Wild, dude. Honestly, that hurt my soul. Shout out to Brandon Rush, too, by the way. When was the last time Brandon Rush got a card? Never. Also, he's got an 89 three-pointer, 51 mid-range. Okay. All right. Sick. Looking at Jokic, I mean, Trae Young is stupid expensive, so what's the point, really? Jokic isn't really that good. Look at Otis Birdsong is going for 50K yesterday. Now he's going for under 10. Kendall Gill is going for 40K because they hate me. They can't let me have any player that I want. Purvis Short going for 70,000 MT. Purvis Short for 70,000, dude. Oh my God. Yeah, just stay away from those cards. I mean, honestly, just stay away from all cards this weekend, dude. Just wait until the end of the season to pick up anyone at the end of the day. It's ridiculous. It's straight up awful. Also, I'm not wearing a Trucker Cat smoke. It is a 1990 Chicago Blackhawks hat that I found at an estate sale for $2. Suck it.